Story time. So today we're going to talk about pack rats because hoarding is in my family. It's gotten better with each generation, but it's not gone yet in my mom. So, my grandmother, before she died, we ended up having to clear out 3 storage units. And these are huge storage units. Bigger than a 30-foot cube. Well, it was like 30 by 50 tall. It was a tall one, deep one. But anyway, she had 3 of them because she used to live in a 4-bedroom house with a side shop sort of garage, and she used to have a rummage sale thing there. She didn't sell everything, but she ended up putting everything back into the storage units. So when she was about to be put in hospice, my cousin said, look, we're cleaning them out on this date, so we're not spending money on the storage units anymore. That's going to save us, I think she said, $150 a month, which adds up. So she had everything from refrigerators, desks, large 3-wheel bike, like a tricycle for older people with 2 side baskets, couches, and then in those 3 storage units was my mom's stuff. So boxes were marked with my mom, and my mom was late arriving. My husband and I were there before my mom was, so I got to go through a lot of the boxes before she got there. And my mom is a pack rat too. Right now, she has 2 storage units down here in Milwaukee, and she kept one of Grandma's storage units up north, which is half full of her stuff right now. 3 storage units, and my mom lives in a 1-bedroom senior assisted living sort of place. Don't know why she has 3 storage units, and no matter how much I can talk to her, it doesn't work. Anyway, when we were cleaning out Grandma's storage units, I was given a box and I'd go, keep, toss, let her go through. But most of them were, don't let her see this, don't let her see this, don't let her see this. Because there were like 4 boxes of Tupperware that were all the same style. 2 boxes of silverware. And it was like multiple sets of silverware. Tons of paper, tons of books. Religious books from like the 50s that she would always collect whenever she went to Goodwill. She'd always pick up one of the religious books. She'd start reading it and then put it away because she had to clean up and forget about it, buy a new one, and then the process would just repeat itself. Me, going generation-wise, I find myself where I go, okay, have I worn this in a year? No, because I moved so much, and I helped Grandma move her stuff every single time she moved, helped Mom move the stuff every single time we moved. So I always told myself to not have too many possessions because I'm only going to have to move it later. So then when I got with my husband and he was wondering why I only had 3 pairs of shoes and I was a girl, I was like, well, I might have to move all this stuff again. I don't want to have a whole bunch of stuff. And he's like, well, you're with me now. We're not going to be moving as much. Granted, we've moved quite a few times. Trying to figure out an area of Wisconsin that we really enjoyed and could afford living in. But now we have a 3-bedroom house with cubbies and a huge garage. So, I mean, I'm in the process of slimming things down slowly because with the baby, things just take a little bit longer time. But yeah, so pack rats do live in my family. I know my mom I had to rescue because she got evicted for hoarding. And when I took her in, I kept telling her, well, these are some rules. I can't hold on to that much stuff, and you can't afford storage units, really. In fact, we lost the storage unit that had all of my childhood stuff in it. So like my banana seat bike, my almost complete collection of R.L. Stine, Goosebumps stuff, all the books from my childhood, all of my Barbies, all of my Little Ponies, first edition ones from the 90s, the 80s and 90s, my Cabbage Patch Kids dolls, my vintage stuff, my 50 states set. My grandma used to repair semi-engines, and so 49 states make it, because she went and traveled all of the states and got almost a complete set. It was just missing Hawaii. But it had the spoon of the state, the plate of the state, and the cup of the state that you see in like truck stops. But we lost all that because my mom had them in a storage unit and couldn't afford to pay on the storage unit. So that was the other problem with hoarding, is she filed away the notice that they were going to sell everything in the storage unit unless she came to claim it, and then found it 2 months later after they sold everything. So there was absolutely nothing I could do because I didn't find out about it until 2 months after it happened. So, yeah, I lost a bunch of my childhood stuff. What are you gonna do? But anyway, so I rescued my mom, and we got rid of about 2/3 of her belongings because we had to clean out every single room, boxes of books, boxes of papers. Well, I need to sort through these papers. Well, guess what? Today's the day. You're sorting through them right now. Clothes. She had so many clothes. Well, this is stuff that doesn't fit me right now, but might fit me later. And she'd have like 18 boxes of, I'm not kidding you, like 18 boxes of just sweaters, different sizes that were way too small for her, sizes that were way too big for her. Shoes, oh my god, so many shoes. Probably about 8 banana boxes full of shoes, just tons. We had to slim everything down because if she was going to move in with my husband and I, and she lived with us for about 18 months, she needed to get rid of a lot of stuff. So that was fun, putting a box up of, unpacking the box, going like, keep, toss, and then she was only allowed 3 boxes of whatever it was. Only allowed 3 boxes of sweaters, only allowed 3, I let her have 1 bag of purses. I'm trying to keep that down because she had about 6 totes full of purses. And that's just how we did it. Now, again, 3 storage units full of stuff, and a lot of the stuff that was in the storage unit she hasn't touched in over 15 years. So a lot of her old furniture is damaged beyond memory because it's got so much water damage. Just damaged from being moved so often, damaged from people just throwing stuff in those 3 storage units my grandma had. Just, and she still wants it, she still clings to it, and it's just, she won't let it go, no matter how much you try and talk to her about it. I mean, I'm all for antique stuff. This is actually my grandma's old shirt. I'm surprised it fits me, but yeah, that's really what I have to say about hoarding. So, hope you enjoyed the story time.